Hello, and welcome to Shark Cut Up CNC. Today we're going to talk about the rotary job setup a little bit more. And on the first episode, I showed you how to create, once you solved it and figured out how to actually get a job set up for a rotary, you made a template file for that rotary. That way you don't have to spend hours or days trying to remember how to do a rotary setup. Now, after you've got that done, you want to be able to use that template to recreate new profiles. You don't want to have to change a lot of things. You don't want to have to change the tool path. You want to be able to just change out this vector here and go on. But it's not that easy. It's not that simple. And I'll show you why. We'll bring this in as our template and we'll go to the clip art and we'll bring in, let's say, baluster 2. This originally was baluster 1. And baluster 1, if I go and highlight it, it tells me it's 26 inches long by 1.8 the radius. Okay, that is half the diameter of a rotary item. That you got to remember, think about it. This is rotary. This is no longer flat panels. So now we look at this profile. It is 26 inches long, but the diameter or radius has changed. That's what we have to change in the job setup. But once you change it in the job setup and the vector's still here, it's going to recreate or shrink this vector to the job setup size. So you want to be careful of that. And if you take and delete this, if I'm correct about this, I got to be careful not to go down and end up getting rid of the rail there that I've got for the vector. I'm going to go ahead and delete that. Leave this one in that we just brought. And we're going to go to the drawing tab and we're going to go to job setup. And the job setup, now I don't remember what it was 2.6. Okay, 2.6. So I say 2.6 times LO2 equals 5.2. Okay, I want a little bit of material added with that. Now you notice it changed. It might have changed our vector longer or shorter or whatever, but we'll see. Scale design with the job size. Let's check that. And let's see. We want to add a little bit more on this. I'm going to make it 5.3 and say OK to this file. And now I'm going to see if that vector is changed in size. Hello. I don't know why we got to say OK twice to this. Now I say no to the tool path because I don't want that just yet. Okay. See, it changed the length and the size. So you can't leave the vector in here because it changes the size of it. But now that we have our job set up, we can just delete this. We can go bring in baluster 2 and we bring it there. Now it's the right size to the job setup that we're creating. We take this and move it up to the top. And I want it centered to my job setup. So I'm going to click that. Now I can double click on my tool path. I've got the rails, but if I click on the vector, you notice where it's starting? It's starting way down here and going up and around. Now, in my first video, I pointed out that these vectors that I've created are created with that, so you know the radius of your profile from the original item that you may have gotten the profile from. In my case, it was chair spindles, couch legs, or table legs, end tables, stuff like that. So we can't use this. So I'm going to say close to my tool path. And I'm going to unclick the items because I got both of them highlighted. And I'm going to take and highlight this one, go to Node Edit, cut the vector, cut the vector that's highlighting, and right click, cut. Okay, so now I have just my profile. That's what I want when I recalculate my tool path. There's my rail highlighted, shift key down, and there's the profile that I want. So I say calculate, and now we have a new profile for our leg, or chair leg, couch leg, whatever the case may be. And we want to make sure we have plenty of material yep, that's going to be carved off of it before it actually gets to the spindle itself. So there we can preview our tool path. It's going to open it up flat to the 2D view in a 3D view. And then it's going to wrap it back up once the tool path has finished. So there you've seen how to bring in a new profile without having to change a lot of other features. But there are some features you got to remember about when making those changes. And one was the profile of the item that you were bringing in. This here, it can change, and you don't want that. Of course, we fixed that by just deleting the longer one, the one that changed along with the job setup, and brought the new vector in. So there you have it, changing out a vector from the clipart files. That, of course, you got to create those, and that's another video that I've got to create showing how to make these, create those for saving. And it's on my computer in another file called Rotary Profiles. I think there was a couple that came over with VCarve Pro, and I just added to those. I don't remember which ones they were that were originally here. It may have been the first 3 balusters. I don't know. But I know this chair leg, couch leg, chair spindle, and some of this other stuff is stuff I had created and brought in. So there you have how to create a rotary profile by just changing the profile in your rotary setup template. Thank you for watching Shark Cut Up CNC.